This is a supplement to my earlier review of the 2014 Toyota Corolla, which is, of course, all new for 2014. I was out in California a few months ago driving pre-production models. This is a production model. And the thing that impresses me most about the Corolla, particularly having been an owner of a Corolla, an early 90s model, is how the species has evolved to the extent that arguably there really isn't such a thing as an economy car anymore. At least not in the sense that people my age, Gen X people and older, understand that term to mean. When we were kids, economy cars were bleak, pathetic, tinny, shoddily built, feeble little things that would get you from A to B most of the time, but they were not cars you really wanted, and in fact, they were cars you wanted to get rid of as soon as money and situation permitted. But if you take a look at this thing, you come to realize very quickly that an inexpensive car, at least a modern inexpensive car, is a car you'd be quite happy to keep around regardless of whether you could afford something more expensive. Just to show you some of the details, let's take a look inside here at the interior. You got a leather-fitted dash. You got this nice layout with all of these electronics. Of course, you've got your satellite radio. You've got maps. Toyota now includes all of their Entune apps suite at no additional charge, and that includes things like real-time traffic updates, including, let's see if I can get this to scroll up, predictive traffic map, which will tell you what they expect traffic conditions to be down the road as you go. It's all very impressive. Of course, you've got full instrumentation package, which of course all modern cars have. I'm not just singing the praises of the Corolla, but all the cars in this segment. It's really hard to find a bleak little car anymore. Look at the backseat room in this thing. It is more, actually, than in the Camry, which is a mid-sized car. This thing has 41.4 inches of backseat legroom, which means that even for a pretty big guy like me, and I'm 6'3", if you take a look at that, I've got, I don't know, probably 5 inches of space between my knees and the seat backs. Plenty of headroom, nice materials throughout. And again, this is a car, costs about $17K or so. They all come standard with LED lights now, and this model offers a 7-speed stepped continuously variable transmission or a 6-speed manual in the sport models. Gets up to about 42 miles per gallon. Really, there's very little to not like about it. The only flaw with the Corolla that I can come up with is that they do still offer, or they still include the 4-speed automatic transmission with base trim models. And it's not a bad transmission. It is just a little bit behind the curve, technologically speaking, compared to what's available in other cars. But again, the point that I want to make is that these compact, so-called, which are really almost mid-size now, lower-priced cars in the 15, 17K range are incredibly nice cars. They are nicer in most objective respects than the high-end cars of 20 years ago. And these days, it's mostly just a matter, in my opinion, of curb of status, of being able to say, hey, I spent $30,000 or $40,000 on a car, as opposed to getting a nice car for the money. I really strongly advise anybody who hasn't been in the market for a so-called economy car to take a look at what's available now and compare it with what was available 10 or 15 years ago, and you'll probably be very pleasantly surprised. At any rate, the long review that I wrote a few months ago is still up at epautos.com, and this walk-around will also be up shortly, also at epautos.com, and we will see you next time.